Hello YouTube, Helsinki AGF again here with a pickups video, and today I'm going to be talking about my Sega Game Gear and my licensed Sega portable collection. I'm going to start right off here with my Sega Genesis Ultimate Portable Game Player, officially licensed by Sega and made by AT or At Games. I actually have an unboxing for this on my channel, but I'm going to show you the device really quickly. This is the device here. It's really small and it's really compact. It's definitely not the best way to play Sega Genesis games. It comes built in with, I believe, 80 plus games. Yeah, it comes with 80 games, I believe, either 40 or 60 of which are actual licensed Sega games, and the other 20 are just kind of kind of junk games, I guess. But I don't condone piracy. This does work if you put ROMs onto an SD card. You can play them on here. It charges by a USB, micro USB. It does have the typical Sega sound emulation problems, but if you play with the volume down, they actually run pretty well. It's all in all, it's a really neat little thing. I got it for relatively cheap for Christmas one year, so definitely worth a look if you can find one. They have one for the Master System and Game Gear, and I've actually been kind of on the lookout for that one. And if I remember right, there was also another version of this released that came with Street Fighter 2 and Mega Man The Wily Wars, which is the only way to buy it in North America. Then my actual Sega Game Gear, I keep in this Sega Game Gear travel case. I actually bought this and my Game Gear for, I think, $10. It came with a power brick, which I don't really use because I usually play my Game Gear plugged in. In the back here, in this back compartment, I think there's just a bunch of loose manuals because I found some guy who was selling manuals, and he had some that I needed, like Sonic 1 on Game Gear, Tails Adventure on Game Gear, and then 2 N64 manuals, Multi Racing Championship, and Hey You Pikachu. I don't think I had anywhere else to put those, so I kind of just stuck them in my Game Gear bag. Inside my Game Gear bag, my small collection of Game Gear games, as well as my Game Gear console, a car charger, and a wall adapter. For my Game Gear games, they're not in alphabetical order. We have Mortal Kombat, Spider-Man. I try to keep most of my Game Gear games in the Game Gear little plastic things. Any newer games that I've gotten, I don't have cases for them yet because I just haven't ran across any of these loose, and I'm sure I can buy them on eBay. I just haven't sought out to do it yet. Sonic the Hedgehog Triple Trouble, which is actually pretty fun. I played through this on the 3DS Virtual Console. Formula 1 Racing, I haven't tried that one yet. Bonkers Wakes Up, which is a game based off of a cartoon, I believe. Unfortunately, this game doesn't seem to work at all. Like, I've took it apart, I've tried cleaning it, but it just will not work. George Foreman's KO Boxing, haven't tried it. Tails Adventure, which was one I was really happy to get. It's not my favorite game, and it's not super great, but it's fun to me, I think. Streets of Rage 2 on the Game Gear. I haven't actually tried this yet. The Genesis version is really good, but I haven't tried the Game Gear version. I'll have to give that a shot soon. GP Rider, it's an alright kind of racing game. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie, which is a side-scrolling beat-em-up that has, like, the first stage has to do with the movie and then, like, nothing else does. So I'm not sure why it's the movie game. What do we got here? Sonic 2 on Game Gear, which kind of sucks. Pac-Man on Game Gear, which is Pac-Man. There's not much to say about Pac-Man. Classic game. The original Sonic the Hedgehog on Game Gear, which is basically the Master System game, and I really like this game. It has pretty good level design for the Game Gear Sonics, and the music is really good, specifically Bridge Zone. the Bridge Zone music, which later went on to be remixed into Tails' theme, Believe in Myself, from Sonic Adventure, which is like my favorite song from that game. And at one point was the opening on my YouTube channel, my older videos. Poker Face Paul's Poker, I got this because it was like 50 cents complete in box. I have the box in storage, and I just keep the game in here, and I don't think I've ever played it, because why would I want to play poker on the GameGear? Sonic Chaos, which was the first GameGear game I got. My grandma and her friend bought this old property together, and they were cleaning out like an old abandoned trailer on it, and she found Sonic Chaos, and she was like, "Here you go." And I'm like, "I don't have a GameGear, but I'll get one eventually," and now I do. It's an alright Sonic game. The Majors Pro Baseball. I think a lot of these like sports games and stuff I got because someone was selling a GameGear lot, and I just bought all of them. But that's it for my Sega GameGear and my Sega licensed handheld. Until next time, guys, take it easy.